Hey coin collectors, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today we have two great dimes from 1961, both from the old silver days, 90% silver dimes, so they're worth a couple bucks each. Well, almost $2 each just in silver alone. This one on the left is really shiny and really nice. This one on the right is not so shiny, but still pretty nice. So one of the ways you can tell what the mint mark is not to look on the front in 1961. It's to flip them over and look on the back. We flipped this one over and we can't see any mint mark on there, but we can see a beautiful coin. So let's flip this one over. We flip this one over, we see a D on here. So this is from the Denver Mint from 1961. They made 209 million of these. This is probably worth $2 or $3 maximum. You can't really see a lot of detail on it. This one over here is one of the ones that kind of shocks you sometimes, because you see one like this and you say, oh my God, this is a great coin. This has got to be worth a lot of money. And the shock is that it isn't. When you see one this shiny, there's something that you know about it. And what is that? You know that this is a proof coin. And you're going, well, they didn't make proof sets back then, did they? They did. In 1961, they made 3 million proof sets. They sold them for $2.10 each, and now they're worth about $25 according to the book. Let's look at this coin. It says Liberty in here right in front of Roosevelt. It's Franklin D. Roosevelt facing to our left. In God We Trust under his chin. Just great typeset and everything there, and the letters look great. Back here there's the 1961. Here we see a little bit of coloration. That's really just from a little bit of film that came off the plastic holder that these come in. And then down here we see a J and an S, and the J and an S down here is for John Sinek. And you notice the J and the S is not a very good JS. I don't think that's going to add any value to this coin, but you don't often see kind of a lumpy JS down there. So it's interesting to me on this one. But it's interesting, but it probably doesn't add any value. We tip it up on its edge, and we see that it is indeed a silver coin, 90% silver. We get to the back and we see amazing detail here. United States of America around the top, one dime here. On the left we see an olive branch with 2 olives on it. On the right we see an oak branch with 2 acorns on it. And I don't know if you can see those acorns. There's one here and one up there. And there's some nice coloration on this side too, and I think it's actually more of a coloration than it is from the plastic. But and when we look at this, we see that this is just massive. We can really see the separation of the bands here. We can see these bands going all the way down, separation of the bands in the bottom, a little bit of cupping down here down at the very bottom of the handle. And this is, so if we saw one of these but it wasn't a proof coin, we'd say, okay, this is going to be worth a lot of money. And how much money could it be worth? Well, if PCGS says a Philadelphia, of course this is Philadelphia because there's no mint mark, and at Philadelphia in 1961 they made 96.7 million. So they made about 97 million of these. But remember, they made 97 million regular circulating, and they made 3 million proof coins. And then you say, well, the proof coin, it can't be a proof coin because it doesn't have an S on it. In 1961, they didn't make the proof coins at the San Francisco Mint. They made them at the Philadelphia Mint and then just put a special shine coating on them. And so you can almost always tell the difference between these. And if you put one next to one that's a highly graded one, you'll automatically be able to tell. Anyways, what is the highly graded one worth? PCGS says a 67 plus one of these that's not a proof is worth $4,000 plus. What is the proof one worth then? Okay, we got one here. We got a proof. This is probably proof 65 or above. It's in just great shape. A little bit of dents down here, but that came from the mint. This is probably worth about $10. It can be worth more, but what you have to get one worth more is what they call the cameo finish, which is that one where the Roosevelt kind of is a little, almost like sandblasted a little bit. It's just a different kind of color to it, a grayish. that pops off the coin. So you can tell a cameo finish just by looking at some of the new coins, because that's how they finish them, either satin or cameo. But the old coins, some of these coins right here, you can get a cameo finish on these, and that will get them up well into the hundreds. And the problem with the proof coins is that they do have some MS 70s in the cameo, and the MS 70 non-cameo is worth about $350. The MS 70 cameo is worth $5,700, but this is again not a cameo. All right, so what's this one worth? $2 to $3. What's this one worth? Probably $10. Is there an S Mint one? No, there isn't. So for 1961, there is no S Mint coin. And this is interesting. Sometimes you put these coins together and one of them looks wider than the other. And this one, proof coin, definitely looks wider. And I don't know if that's because this one just got used more or more beat up, because they do tend to smash down just a little bit. All right, that's all we have today from DC Coinwell International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.